that if you would merely cap college tuition, you're, again, not totally, completely making college more affordable for students. You're also risking the fact that every employee who works for the particular college or university is going to be seeing less money, who's going to therefore spend less money, who's therefore going to contribute less to the economy, which is therefore going to create for us an economy with less spending, with less confidence, with less income. Whereas, ladies and gentlemen, if we were to reduce the amount of government subsidies to colleges and cap not only tuition of public colleges, but expenditures of public colleges, we would do a great job in reducing the tuition rates in a way that would not punish those who work at the colleges and contribute to our economy and make it better. The last point I want to make about Dan Benson. He brags about how he balanced the budget and cut taxes and how great this is for the state of New Jersey. On paper, it sounds great. Of course we hope for a balanced budget and for lower taxes. Thing is, first of all, it's state law to balance the budget in New Jersey. So he hasn't done anything remarkable, he's merely following the law. Merely following the law is nothing praiseworthy. But, adding on to that, the balanced budgets that we have here in New Jersey are not remarkable because we're still somewhere between $71 billion and $200+ billion in debt. The official number is hard to decipher because different people are asserting different numbers. But again, it is anywhere from 71 to 200+ billion dollars. A lot of debt. So, balanced budget, we're still in a lot of debt, the debt is still growing, so we're not really getting the sense of a truly balanced budget. So there you are, misleading us again, Mr. Benson. Tax cuts. The only real tax cuts the state of New Jersey has seen is some corporate tax cuts. But it's not only cutting taxes for corporations that matters. New Jersey has the highest property taxes in the entire country. We have the 5th highest income taxes in the entire country. These are tax rates that affect virtually everybody. Corporate tax rates don't affect everybody, but income taxes and property taxes especially do, and I think property taxes are the most harmful because even if you don't pay property taxes and you just pay rent, your rent reflects the amount of property taxes that the owner of your apartment has to pay. And lowering the property tax rate, therefore, will protect how much your rent is going to cost if you're really poor like I am and have to pay rent every month for an apartment. So, I just must submit to you quite vehemently and passionately, ladies and gentlemen, that Daniel Benson is misleading you in terms of the reality of our economy and in terms of how great the things he's done for the New Jersey legislature are. And I would say the same about Wayne DeAngelo. And the overall theme here, again, is how politicians are misleading. They'll tell you they've done one thing or asserted one thing, and they won't tell you the complete reality of the policy or of the standards or the results of the particular policy. But I assure you that DeZarn and I, the independent candidates for New Jersey legislature, don't think that way. And you can read our palm cards and learn about our platform and see quite clearly that we believe in being upfront and honest with you. And I'll just give you two brief examples. when we talk about property taxes, I'm sorry, 3 examples. When we talk about property taxes, when we talk about our education, and we talk about our health care. When we talk about property taxes, both the Republicans and the Democrats are quite proud of telling you that they can offer you property tax cuts. But these property tax cuts are based on tax credits that in no way actually affect the official tax rates or the expenditure rates or debt, and cannot absolutely be paid for. Neither Linda Greenstein nor Peter and Verso, the Republican Democratic candidates for state senate here in the 14th district, have even said that they believe that this is an absolute possibility. Both of them have said they're not positive, they're not certain as to whether or not they can even afford this tax cut plan. But all of a sudden, election season comes and they're going to tell you that it's going to work, even though they can't guarantee it, and they had said it months earlier that they couldn't guarantee it. Whereas DeZarn and I are saying, look, we think the tax rates should be frozen, the property tax rates. We think that local government spending should be frozen, because instead of offering tax credits that we can't pay for, we're just saying they've got to stop increasing the rates, which is the problem. We're being honest with you about it. And regarding Obamacare, the Republicans, who are supposed to be the ones, based on their supposed principles, they're supposed to be the ones who are telling you that they oppose Obamacare, that they're going to fight to make sure that the state won't follow and be forced to suffer the slings and arrows of Obamacare and what it's going to do in its destruction of our economy. The Republicans are supposed to be out there telling you that they're going to nullify it, but they're not. Well, DeZarn and I, if we're elected to the state legislature, we are going to nullify Obamacare, or do everything we can to ensure that it is nullified, because constitutionally, New Jersey doesn't have to follow Obamacare if the legislature will agree. And if the legislature won't agree, we can put it on the ballot and have the voters say they're not going to follow it. And another issue, and this is one that Democrats are supposed to be very passionate about, and that's education, but they're not being honest to you about our education policies. They're not being honest with you about the fact that that's the ultimate source of our extremely high property taxes, and they're not telling you that it's going to drive our property taxes even higher over the next 7 years, because the Common Core State Standards Initiative, which is the set of state standards that which New Jersey has chosen to adhere to, calls for a lot of expenditures. So much so that no cost analysis exists to make it clear for us, ladies and gentlemen. DeZarn and I will tell you about this, and we will tell you we reject standards causing for this sloppy, excessive amount of spending that we can't even analyze and put forward to the constituents. But we believe instead we should get rid of these standards, and that the local government, the school boards, and the parents, and the administrators, and the teachers should work together. And create the best education plans for their communities. Something that works very well in Finland, where they have the best education in the entire world, according to several studies. So we're quite honest with you and detailed in terms of our policy proposals, whereas the Republicans and the Democrats are not. And I've given you perfect examples of the flaws with the Republican standards in several videos, ranging from their issues on Obamacare, property taxes, gay marriage, marijuana, etc. But today I'm talking to you strictly about, or mostly about, the Democrats. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so much for your time today. And I want to say to you all, may God bless the state of New Jersey, and may God bless America.